buy for a friend, or just check it out. You don't even have to buy anything. Just come hang out. Seriously, I'm going to be here all day. So if you just come say hi, it will make me so happy. I'm trying to get Jocelyn to sit there with me all day, but just kidding. All right. And then any other questions, comments, concerns? Guys all just ready for some yokes? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start in a seated meditation today. So just whatever works best for you. You can sit up on top of a prop if that's helpful for your hips. Otherwise, sit bones on the ground. Easy pose is one ankle in front of the other. You can sit cross-legged. You can kneel if that works better. And if you want, I always like to just move my body a little bit, stretch a little bit before settling in. So as you are ready, just find stillness in your seated meditation. Close your eyes and place your hands somewhere that feels resonant for you. So be intentional with where you place your hands, how you place your hands. And then just take these first few moments to fully arrive here in this space. So sometimes getting here physically is the hardest part. Sometimes getting here mentally is the hardest part. So for right now, just let anything you've got going in your life outside these four walls, let it all just kind of fade away. So you don't have to do anything for anyone else but yourself for the next 75 minutes. Notice how your body feels. So notice physical sensations that are present as you sit. Notice energy as it moves around, as it circulates through your body. Notice your breath. Next time you inhale, very intentionally fill up as big as you can. And then when you think you are full, see if you can even take an extra little sip at the top. Open mouth sigh when you're ready. Let it go. Breathe it out. Do that a couple more times. So great big inhale, fill up. And perhaps you take up more space. So just feel as if you get bigger, vaster, more spacious, whole. And then that big open mouth sigh, let it go. One more time. So make this the biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Give yourself that pause at the top to feel this prana, this life force inside of you. And then eventually just release. Big open mouth sigh. Let it go. Soften. Seal your lips now. And begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So take a moment to connect with this deep diaphragmatic breath. Make your breath as big, as spacious as you can, as slow and as steady as you can. You can stay in your seated meditation for as long as you want to, just focusing in on your breath. When you're ready to add some movement, go ahead and either start from your seat, so you can start to move, reach your arms up, maybe twist, eventually hands and knees, and move intuitively from there, just like we always do. So no rush at all. Just taking these first few moments to drop into your breath and then to drop into your physical body. So as you start to move, notice what feels good, what feels open, what feels strong, and then what feels a little sore, stiff, tender. Nice, everybody. As you come to your hands and your knees, you know where to go. So maybe you start with cat-cows, just working the flexion and extension of your spine. Maybe you turn it into hip circles, take it back into a child's pose, come forward towards up dog, cobra. So anywhere you would like to go is to get into your body. Invitation to close your eyes. So try to let go of thinking so much with your mind, with words. And just allow yourself to drop into feeling. So your felt senses, your felt experience. If you put your awareness in your spine, what are you experiencing there? What are you feeling? If you put your awareness in your hips, even in your hands, what are you feeling? So use this time to bring more awareness into yourself, into your body, into every part of you. So not just going through this movement mindlessly, but really tuning in. Give yourself a few more rounds. And then eventually, downward facing dog is our destination. So you can get there in your own time and even in your own way. Thanks, Christina. So as you move into your down dog, do so with awareness, with intention. Start with a strong foundation. So spread your fingers really wide. And rather than feeling like all of the weight is coming down into your hands, do the opposite. Imagine you're taking energy from the ground and moving it all the way up your arms, your side bodies, all the way up into your center. So as your fingers spread, push the ground away. See if you can feel an external rotation in your shoulders. So your shoulders are out away from your ears. They're not scrunched up. And then find that connection to center. I always talk about that invisible rope. Imagine it's attached to your belly button. It's pulling up and it's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So you feel that lift that comes from your center, that lift that takes you out of your hands, out of your wrists. And then use your big, spacious breaths. Really nice, you guys. Notice what there is to notice in your down dog today. So what feels good here? What feels tight? What feels stiff? Maybe make tiny little adjustments to be more efficient in your body in this moment. So feel into all the little tiny spaces. Give yourself one more inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, give yourself a moment to just be in your fold. So if you want, you can take ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, maybe hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. I like my feet wide for my first fold, so at least hips width distance apart or even wider if it feels good. And then all 10 toes are facing forward. Notice, are you rocking back into your heels? Or can you bring your weight just slightly forward into your toes and the balls of your feet? Can you lift your butt a little bit higher by finding that connection to center again? So each time you feel navel draw in and up, let your crown move closer to the ground. Let your butt lift higher towards the sky. Big, spacious breaths. One more. With your inhalation, halfway lift. So spine parallel to the ground. Imagine you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. So back of your neck is nice and long. Exhale, bow and fold. Do that once more, halfway lift. So stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. On Tuesday, we were adding arms. If you want to add arms, reach them out to the side. Exhale, bow and fold. This time we'll rise all the way up. So come through your halfway lift and keep rising. Arms to the sky, big inhale. Hands to your heart with your exhalation. Flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, lead with your heart. Take a slow swan dive down. So your butt sticks out behind you, heart reaches forward, and then all the way down. Nice job. Halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, let it go. Nice, Heather. Press into your feet. Heart leads, reverse swan dive all the way to stand. Arms reach, try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Hands to heart, exhale. We got one more time. Make it a meditation in motion. Maybe close your eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, follow your breath down so your breath guides you all the way down. Neck relaxes at the bottom, head heavy. With your inhalation, spinal extension, crown forward, butt back. If you want, you can add some arms just for fun. Exhale, let it go, bow in. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, take it all the way back up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, maybe gaze up. Hands to heart center as you exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. Bend your left elbow, bring your right hand to your left elbow. And then you can either stay here, press the back of your head into your arms. So make sure you're not looking down at the ground, but you're standing up tall. Stay here, or if it's available to you at any point, you can find a bind. So right arm under, hands clasped. From here, one more option if you want to add, so you can do it with either variation, side body stretch, hips over to the left, upper body, crown of your head over to the right. More weight in your left foot. Breathe into your left side. Breathe into your left tricep, shoulder. Again, make sure you're not tucking your chin in, but chin is lifted. Back of your head presses into your arms. One more round, your variation. Beautiful, nice, Chris. As you inhale, come back to center, reach both arms to the sky. And then just switch sides. So right elbow bends, left hand to right elbow. You can just gently coax your elbow down into the left. If it's available to you, you can find the bind. And then if you want to add the side body stretch, hips go right, crown of your head to the left towards the windows. So just find the spot where it feels like you are getting the most out of the pose, and then be there and breathe there. A couple more. Soft through your face. Chin slightly lifted. Good. Next time you breathe in, come back up, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades, squeeze your spine. If you want more, press your palms together. Try not to lock out your elbows, reach your hands back. If you still want more, add a little back bend. So lift your heart up, reach your knuckles down, press your hips gently forward as you hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing a block. Take one more inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, exhale, slow dive down. So hang out in your fold for about 2 or 3 rounds with your fingers interlaced behind your back. See if you can let your head be very heavy. So if it's helpful, nice Bridget, bend your knees more or take your feet out wider. Maybe shake your head, yes, no. See if you can lift your butt higher, lift your knuckles higher. So feel that stretch in the front of your shoulders. One more inhale. Nice job, Cam. Exhale, hands to low back, then release your clasp. So let your arms hang, give them a gentle shake out. Next time you breathe in, spinal extension, realign. As you exhale, plant your hands and step your feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. So spread your fingers, push the ground away with your hands, draw navel to spine. So feel that connection to center. Take a great big inhale in your plank. And then as you exhale, like that rope is pulling up and tugging back on your belly button, take it back to down dog. So just lift your hips and press them back. Yes, inhale, come forward again, high plank. See if you can come way forward onto your tippy toes. And then as you exhale, same thing, lift your hips, press them back, downward facing dog, stretch it out. Adding a push up this time, inhale, come forward, high plank, bring your knees down if you want to modify. Exhale, lower just halfway. So chaturanga, hold, don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, push up, nice, Christine. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Once more like that, slow motion with your breath. Inhale, forward, high plank or modify. Exhale, halfway down. Hold until you're empty in your breath. Yes, inhale, push up. Awesome, Jana. Exhale, takes you back, down dog. Nice work. You can hang out in down dog, stay here and wait, or inhale, come forward one more time. Exhale all the way to your belly. So through your chaturanga, give yourself a back bend, any back bend you would like, any heart opener. You can stay there for an extra breath, move around a little bit. When you're ready, no rush. Everyone, downward facing dog. Once you're back in your down dog, reconnect to your ujjayi. You've got about 5 rounds. So feel into your dog pose. You can move around. You can explore if it feels intuitive, if it feels good. If you want to be still, focus on the movement on the inside. So the rise and fall of your breath, the flow of your breath through all the little spaces. Focus on those little teeny tiny micro adjustments. So the ones I can't see if I'm looking at you, but you can feel them on the inside. They make a big difference. Focus on your breath, big, spacious, powerful, strong. Even in your breath, you've got that balance of effort and ease, softness and strength. You guys look so good. Take one more big inhalation into your downward facing dog, hips high, maybe side bodies grow a little longer. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Once you've arrived, halfway lift position, inhale. Exhale, nice, just let it go, fold in, good bridge. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart, rise all the way up. Big stretch at the top. And hands to heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. Exhale, chair plane. So bend your knees and swing your arms back behind you. As you swing your arms back, make sure that your spine doesn't round. So rather than rounding and looking at the ground, keep an arch, a lift in your heart. Back muscles squeeze around your spine. If you want, you can even interlace your fingers if that's helpful. So shoulders open. Stay here, or option for a balance challenge, rock forward, lift up to your tiptoes. So lift your heels as high as you can, and then bend your knees even more. You have more range of motion in your legs now. Yes. Good job, everybody. Take one more round, your fullest expression. End of your exhale, release your clasp if you've got it. Set your heels on the ground, arcing Tadasana. So rise up, open up, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Exhale, I like to bring my hands to my third eye center, prayer position. It's up to you. Slow swan dive, take it all the way down. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Take your vinyasa however you would like. So you can add a couple push-ups. You can go straight back to down dog, skip it completely. Maybe you take some cat-cow. Once you're back in your down dog, reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to the here and now. So we don't come to yoga so we can figure out all our problems and work all our problems out in our head. We come to yoga so for a moment we can forget about our problems and just be with ourselves. Feel into that deeper part of you, that part that does not move so quickly. The steadiness. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Go ahead today, if it would feel good to open your hip, open your hip. If it would feel good to roll out your ankle or even circle your knees. So whatever calls to you in your three-legged dog, just as long as you're paying attention. Keep pressing through your fingertips. Keep lifting from your center. Good, nice job. Nice poses, everybody. Good, Jen. Let's take our right leg straight, strong, powerful. So take it out long now. Square off your hips and see if you can feel what that feels like just for a moment. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. Exhale super softly. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Rise up to crescent in your own time. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot, nice Danica. So find stability through your legs by hugging towards midline. So front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. Very nice. And you feel that connection to center. Lift your heart, reach through your fingertips, and then breathe slow, steady. Take one more inhale, maybe a little gaze up. And then as you exhale, this is different today, you guys. We're gonna come into praying monkey. I used to teach this pose a long time ago. So hands to heart, and you're gonna bring your left knee up to meet your right knee. So you're hovering in like a one-legged chair. If this is not going to work for you, you wanna modify instead, bring your hands to prayer and bend your back knee. So either praying monkey or turbo lunge. Yeah. If you're in praying monkey, weight is in your right heel. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Take one more full round wherever you're at. Next time you inhale, back to crescent lunge. So left toes back, arms up, reach up, gaze up. Just mixing it up a little. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Right foot roots down, standing splits. So float your left leg to the sky and stretch through your legs. Think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. So you do not need to look forward and strain your neck. Just let your neck relax. Maybe right arm behind right leg. If handstand hops are in your practice and you're feeling them today, go for it. Take about 2 more rounds. If you're holding, left leg lifts high, spread through your left toes. Good, relax your neck. Nice breathe, one more big inhale. Good job. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So curl in like a little tiny potato bug ball balanced on your right foot. Inhale, re-extend your left leg up. And then as you exhale, step your left foot all the way back, setting up for a warrior 2. So your back foot now will be parallel with the back edge of your mat. Cartwheel your arms up when you're ready, Virabhadrasana 2. So right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly to the left. Bend deeply into your front leg and try to get your front knee to track open towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing inward towards your big toe. So wrap your right butt cheek underneath you. Good, heart open, hips open, shoulders open. Next time you breathe in, legs stay the same, but reach forward. So it's like you're sliding your rib cage forward. Reach, reach, reach. Then tip it over, side angle posture. The right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Heart stays open, hips stay open. If there's a variation you want to move into, feel free. So I personally love taking my left arm forward towards the front wall. You can find length in your left side. Half bind, full bind if it's in your practice. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek, tracking your right knee towards your pinky toe. Stay rooted through your back foot, strong through your back leg. And then where is your breath? Is it still there? Is it still slow, steady, spacious? One last round. Next time you breathe in, press into your feet, reverse warrior. So rise up, reach back. Keep bending into your front knee. If you need to straighten your front leg for just a moment, give it a little break, that's fine. But then bend deeply. Track it towards your pinky toe. It's a side body stretch, not a back bend. So draw your belly button in and up. Breathe into your right side, right rib cage, right waistline. Awesome, Heather. Beautiful poses, you guys. As you bend your front knee more, reach back just a little further. One more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. So pivot to the ball of your back foot. From here, 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg to the sky. You can go straight to down dog or exhale, rock forward, 3-legged plank, or feel free to modify chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, lift your heart. Keep your shoulders back and down. Point your elbow tips at the back wall, not out at the side. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath, reconnect, slow and steady. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. So go ahead and move around if you want to, explore a little bit if you want to. Pressing firmly through your fingers, sending that energy from the ground all the way up to your center. Breathing slow, steady, all the way up into your left toe. So imagine there's energy flowing all the way up into your left foot, even your toes. Take your left leg long down and square off your hips. See if you can feel what it feels like to articulate through your hip joint. Yes, very nice. Take one more big inhale. Awesome, Cam. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift higher through your waistline, round your back a little more. And then exhale, step your left foot through softly. Nice work. Rise as you are ready, crescent lunge. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Your right hip should be facing directly forward, not out to the right. So right hip faces forward, and then pull left hip back. Pull right hip forward. Find that connection to center, that hugging in towards midline. Yes. So your lower body is your foundation, your stability. Upper body is your expression. So feel into it, your personal, unique expression today, right here. Breathe into it. One more inhale. As you exhale, either hands to heart for a turbo lunge or praying monkey. So hands to heart, balancing on your left foot. Bring your right knee up next to your left knee and squeeze through the tops of your thighs. Point your toes and see if you can bring your right heel up towards your right butt cheek as well. As low as you can get in your legs. Squeeze through your thighs. Keep breathing. One more round. Next inhale, everybody, crescent lunge. So right toes back, arms up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Left foot roots, standing splits. Float your right leg to the sky. Keep your right foot active. So if your right foot is just kind of hanging out, your right leg is going to feel a lot heavier. If you can engage through your right toes, all of a sudden your right leg gets a little bit lighter. It's crazy how it happens. So start paying more attention. Use all the little tiny muscles. Be as efficient as you can in your body so you're not overcompensating. You're feeling into every part. If you want to hop, if you want to play with balance, go for it. Last couple of breaths. Good, nice, Jossie. One more inhale, maybe lift your right leg a tiny bit higher because you can. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So tiny little ball, but you're balanced on your left foot. So curl and get small. Inhale, re-extend your right leg high. And then slowly, softly, as you exhale, right foot steps back. Set up for a warrior two. And then rise up. So left arm forward, right arm back. Left toes forward, right toes face to the right. Nice, breathe. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath. Good, Jen. And then tone your belly. So keep that connection to center. Keep that awareness. Keeping your legs exactly the same. Next time you inhale, reach forward. So like you're sliding your ribs. And then just tip it over. Left hand towards the ground. Right arm towards the sky. Or whatever variation you'd like to take on this side. So perhaps right arm reaches forward towards me. Perhaps right arm wraps behind. Half bind, full bind. Nice, Jana. Keep your heart open. Imagine even that your heart wants to look up at the sky. Keep pressing into the outer edges of both feet. Keep breathing. Use your breath to help you stay in the pose, to create more space inside. Last round. From the press of your feet. Next inhale, reverse warrior. So rise up, front palm rotates up, reach back. Try to keep that bend in your front knee. If you need to straighten your front leg for just a moment to get that stretch, then bend again. Totally fine. So track your front knee open and then lengthen through your left side. Breathe into your left waistline, left rib cage. So imagine that you could literally lengthen your waistline just by breathing bigger, breathing more space. Take one more big inhale. Awesome, you guys. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog. So take your left leg all the way up and back. Straight to down dog or rock forward, your variation of plank through chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Beautiful, friends. Good awareness. Exhale, lift your hips. So give yourself just a moment in your down dog. Pedal it out, walk it out, feel into what's happening inside. We'll move through that entire sequence now, a couple more times. One breath, one movement. If at any time you want to stop, take a little break, or even move on your own, that's absolutely fine with me. So remember, this is always your practice first. I'm like your substitute teacher. So take all of my cues as invitations. Take them if they work. If not, no biggie. If you're coming with me, downward facing dog, one last big inhale. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat. Empty out first, then step or float, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift position, lengthen. And as you exhale, let it go. Bow deeply. Root through your feet. Rise to stand all the way up. Inhale, arms to the sky. Stretch it out. Hands to heart. Exhale. Here we go with our flow. Inhale, arms to the sky. Chair plane or drinking bird. So bend your knees, swing your arms back. Maybe float to tiptoes. Heart stays lifted. Inhale, arcing Tadasana. So heels down, rise up and open up. Practice your arms, lift your heart. Invitation to take your hands to your third eye as you exhale, slow swan dive all the way down. Breathe in, spinal extension, lengthen, back of your neck long. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower chaturanga. With your inhale, peel your heart open, roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Great big inhale, right leg to the sky, stretch it out. Now use your core strength. Exhale, step your right foot through softly. Rise up with your in-breath, crescent lunge, strong legs, heart lifts, maybe gaze up. As you exhale, turbo or praying monkey. So left knee meets right, balancing on your right foot if you're with me. Inhale, back to crescent. And exhale, everyone, hands to the earth. Left leg to the sky, standing splits. Breathe in, you can take a hop if you want. Exhale, left knee to your nose, so scoop out your belly. One more chance for a hop if you want it, otherwise left leg lifts. And then as you exhale, left foot back, setting up for warrior two. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and then tip over, empty all the way out in your breath. From the press of your feet, inhale, reverse, rise up, reach back. Good, keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Three-legged down dog with your in-breath, right leg high. Exhale takes you straight to down dog or come forward, vinyasa, lower down. Beautiful, friends. Lift your heart, breathe in. Lift your hips as you breathe out. All right, everybody, left leg high, stretch it out. Now use your core, step your left foot forward, low lunge. Strong legs, strong foundation, crescent, inhale, rise. You can choose turbo lunge or praying monkey, hands to heart, right knee meets left, balance for just a moment, squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, back to crescent, gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift your right leg, take a handstand hop if you want. Exhale, right knee to nose, scoop out your belly, a little crunch. Inhale, re-extend or one more hop if you want it. And then exhale, right foot steps back, nice Heather. With your in-breath, warrior two, cartwheel your arms up. Good. Exhale, reach forward, tip it over, side angle. Stand your legs, reverse warrior, inhale. Reach up, reach back, left side long. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, pivot to the ball of your back foot. Three-legged, left leg to the sky, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, chaturanga, lower. Inhale, peel your heart open. Exhale, take your hips back, down dog. Give yourself just a moment. That's one time through. We've got one more. As much as you are able to, stay present, listen to my cues. There will be a few small changes in this next round. If you're coming with me, one more big inhalation. Exhale, gaze forward, step or float, top of your mat, forward fold. Breathe in, spine long, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe out, Uttanasana, let it go. Nice bridge. Root through your feet, rise up. Inhale, try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Hands to heart, exhale, reconnect. One more time, inhale, arms to the sky. Chair plane or drinking bird, exhale, swing your arms back, get low in your legs, maybe float to tiptoes. Inhale, arcing Tadasana, so heels down, rise up and open up, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Maybe hands to third eye, prayer position as you slowly dive down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep that exhalation going as you lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Beautiful, friends. Now listen, inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left elbow or as close as you can come. Use your core strength. Inhale, three-legged, stretch it out. Use your breath. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your armpit so as high as you can get, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, back up, stretch it out. And then this time, knee to your nose, step through, low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge, breathe in. Exhale, turbo lunge or praying monkey. Left knee meets right knee. Inhale, crescent, soft landing, smooth transitions. Exhale, hands to the earth. Now listen, standing splits. We're gonna pause here and open up to a half moon. So right hand on the ground or a block. I like to bring my right hand kind of out in front of my shoulder a bit and then open it up. So stack left hip on top of right. Yeah. Keep your back leg strong, powerful, like you're trying to stomp it on the back wall. Heart open, hips open. One more big, huge in-breath. Lift your back leg higher. As you exhale, that tiny little ball, so fingertips to the ground, left knee to your nose, curl in. Neutralizing your spine. Inhale, standing splits. Reach your left leg up. And then exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot back. All right, warrior two now. Rise up, inhale. Good, exhale, reach forward and tip it over, side angle. Stay in your legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Rise up, reach back. Good job, friends. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. Three-legged down dog. Take your right leg to the sky. Now listen, everyone open your right hip. Stay here or flip your dog. Step your right foot down behind you. Reach your right arm forward, heart forward. Yes, beautiful, Jana. Nice, Bridget. Breathe all the way down into your belly. See if you can lift your hips a little higher. Those of you in the back bend, one more round. And then everybody downward facing dog. So go ahead and set your right foot down. Just walk it out for a moment. You can keep walking it out for a couple more breaths. Or option, next inhale, rock forward to high plank, maybe hovering your right leg. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, lift your heart. Beautiful, nice, Christina. Exhale, lift your hips. Here we go, other side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. So adding that little twist. Use your core, use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged dog, stretch it out. Exhale, left to left, as high as you can on your left arm. Inhale, three-legged, awesome, Heather. And then everybody with your exhale, knee to your nose, step through low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge, strong legs, lift your heart, perhaps a gaze up. Exhale, turbo lunge or praying monkey. So you choose. Yes. Inhale, back to crescent. Arms reach up, gaze up. Beautiful, friends. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left leg roots, standing splits. Float your right leg to the sky. Pause here. Balancing half moon. So left hand on the ground or maybe a block. You can bring your right hand to your hip if that's helpful. Start to open up, facing the right side of the room. So right hip on top of left. Make your right foot strong. It's like you're karate kicking with your right leg. Right arm reaches up. Everything is open. Heart, hips, shoulders. Yes, nice jaws. If your back leg feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, how can you change that? Engage all the little muscles. Flex through your toes or point through your toes. Take one more inhale. Nice, Christine. Exhale, slowly, knee to your nose. So that tiny little ball balancing on your left foot, curl in. Inhale, standing splits, right leg high. Now step your right foot back, setting up for your warrior two. So back foot parallel to the back edge. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, rise up. Exhale, reach forward, side angle, tip it over, empty out. Yes, nice, Jen. Inhale, reverse, stay in your legs. Keep the bend in your front knee, left side, really long. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge position. Inhale, three-legged, take your left leg high. Pause here, open up your left hip, bend your left knee. Stay here or option to flip. Left foot comes down, left arm forward, heart forward. Feel all that strength in your back body, back muscles hug around your spine. One last breath, those of you in the back bend. Come back, downward facing dog. Everybody walk it out for a moment. Keep walking it out. Or next inhale, rock forward, high plank. Option to hover left leg. Exhale, chaturanga, strong arms, strong belly as you lower. Heart lifts with your in-breath. Beautiful, friends. And then everyone, either down dog, child's pose, embryo pose, or hero's pose, kneeling position, seated meditation. So just taking a moment to come back to how you feel inside. So that part of you that doesn't move so quickly, that's not so swayed by everything going on around you. So just notice, feel, and observe. Notice sensations. Notice pulsations. Notice your breath. If it's sped up, slow it down. In your next couple of rounds, we'll meet on hands and knees. So tabletop position. So as you set up your tabletop, maybe you give yourself a quick child's pose or a couple cat-cows. And then eventually find a really sturdy tabletop. So just like you would do in down dog or plank, you spread your fingers wide, you push the ground away, you find engagement in your arms, your shoulders, even your pectorals, your chest muscles. So you're not just hanging out in this tabletop position, dumping into your elbows and your wrists, but you're using your muscles. Draw your belly button in and up and find that connection to center. Your gaze should be down so the back of your neck is long. And then take your right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance. So notice when you reach forward and back, did you let go with your belly? Are you still connected to your center? Draw navel to spine. So rather than feeling like you're creating a smiley face shape right now, feel like you're creating a strong, straight, powerful line of energy from your fingertips all the way back to your left foot. Press with your left foot. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, slow motion, elbow to knee underneath you like you're moving through honey. Curl in, round your spine. Inhale, re-extend, get long. Don't lose that connection to center. Two more like that. Elbow to knee with your exhale. So curl in, hollow out, empty out. Yes, then re-extend. Last one with your exhale, round. Feel that connection. Nice work. Move smooth. Inhale, re-extend. Now, as you exhale, set just your right hand down. Pivot on your right knee, so your right foot comes off your mat like a little kickstand, and then open up, left arm to the sky, modified side plank. Try to press your hips forward towards the windows rather than sticking your butt out behind you. Maybe reach your left arm towards me. Maybe float your left leg up. So almost like you're in a half moon, balancing half moon. We were already there. This should be a little bit easier now because you're on your hands and your knees. So feel that strength in your back leg, that power. Stay here, or final option, bend your left knee, reach back and grab hold of your left foot. Take foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, and see if you can rotate your heart to look open up towards the sky. So rather than kicking your foot up, kick your foot back and rotate your heart to look up. Nice job, you guys. Take one more huge breath. Good bridge. Very end of your exhale, ever so slowly release, unwind back to hands and knees. All right, from hands and knees, right leg extends out to the right, toes face forward, and then left arm out to the left. If you can, reach your left arm all the way up, big inhale. Exhale, thread your left arm through. So reach through like you want to grab your right big toe with your peace fingers, your index finger and middle finger. If you can do that, if that's available to you, go for it. Right hand can stay on the ground. You can even press into the ground with your right hand, right fingertips. Maybe you wrap your right arm behind you. So your expression, your variation, your big, deep breaths. If you can feel your breath in your upper back, mid back, low back. Yeah, if you don't want your right leg extended, if that's not working for you today, just set your right knee down. So all of my cues are always invitations. Listen to your body first. Give yourself about 2 or 3 more here. Big, spacious inhales, exhales that take you all the way to emptiness. You find that connection to center. Good, everyone. If you do happen to have your right hand lifted, bring your right palm back to the ground. And then next time you breathe in, unthread your left arm. Reach it all the way up one more time, super high. And then left hand down. Pick up your right foot. Swing your right tiptoes off the left side of your mat. And then pull your hips over to the right. Gaze back over your left shoulder. So sometimes I like to bend one or both elbows or round my spine a little. So you can kind of move around, try to find a sweet spot for you. Take one more deep breath. And then back to hands and knees, tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Walk it out in your down dog. Good, everybody. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through, low lunge. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot and walk your right foot out to the width of your mat. So working into the hips. So right foot comes out really wide, at least to the outer edge of your mat, the width of your mat. If you want, sometimes I even like to bring my foot onto the hardwood floor. Back knee can stay lifted, or back knee can come down at any time. Start to lower your upper body towards the ground. Try not to collapse your weight over to the left. So it's going to be tempting. It's a lot easier to just lean all your body weight over to the left. Try to encourage your weight to the right, even just a little bit forward. Your front knee should be over your ankle or a little bit behind your ankle. So if you need to, you can scoot your front foot forward or your back leg back. If you want to, you can rotate your right toes out, pivot to the outer edge of your right foot. Keep your ankles strong. Big breaths wherever you are at. Sometimes I like to explore what it feels like to let my heels sink down. And then what it feels like to let my hips sink down. And then feel what it feels like to lift my hips up. and push them back. So you can get a lot of different stretches for a lot of different muscles just by exploring a little bit of movement here. Take about 3 to 5 more, just allowing yourself to sit in sensation, to let it be uncomfortable. Know that it is only temporary. So if you're uncomfortable, it's not going to last forever. Can you just be with it? Allow it. Breathe into it. Soften around it. Open mouth exhales anytime you want. You guys are doing so good. Last couple breaths. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. I know. All right, last exhalation. And then rise back up to your hands. Lift your back knee off the ground if it's on the ground, and walk your right foot back to midline so you're framing it. Pyramid pose. So left foot steps forward just a little bit. You want both feet on the ground. I like all 10 toes facing forward, feet on 2 train tracks rather than a balance beam. Halfway lift position, bring your hands to your hips, and then rise all the way up to stand. Gaze down and see that your hips are absolutely straight across from one another. So if your right hip is in front, take a moment to adjust. Arms to the sky. And then hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Shoulders roll back and down, shoulder blades squeeze your spine. If you'd rather modify, you can grab opposite elbows instead. Option for a little back bend, so reach your hands back, lift your heart up, knuckles down, inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart. So pull your right hip back as you reach your heart forward. And then all the way down, forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee, navel towards your spine. Lift your right butt cheek up, 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 and press the top of your right thigh back. So right up where your leg meets your upper body, try to press back through your thigh. If you don't like the arms, you just want to focus on the legs, fine with me. You've got about 3 or 4 more breaths. Use every breath to make something happen on the inside. So you're not just hanging out mindlessly, waiting for the next pose. You're in this pose. You're breathing. You're aware. You're alert. You're focused. You're using each exhale to dive a little deeper. Last couple rounds. Nice job, you guys. If you do still have your class, bring your hands to your low back and then release. Everybody, fingertips to the ground. So if you need to, bend your front knee. Crawl your fingertips forward. Left leg floats up just for a second. Standing splits. We won't hold it very long, I promise. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, tiny little potato bug ball at the top of your mat. So step your left foot down next to right. Big toes touch. Tuck and curl. Butt towards the ground. Nose towards your knees. If you want, you can wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a great big squeeze. Thanks, Christine. Breathe into your back body. Exhale, find your very center, that deepest part of yourself. One more round. Good job. Halfway lift position. Inhale. So heels down, spine long, like you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank, move through a vinyasa however you would like. We'll meet up on hands and knees. So if you want to take a down dog first to stretch, you can, and then bring your knees down. If you want to take a child's pose or a couple cat cows, then come into your tabletop. Awesome. So remember, tabletop, you're not just sinking into your wrists and your elbows. You're engaging through your hands. So spread your fingers, push through your fingertips. Feel the strength in your arms, your shoulders, your pectorals. Draw your belly button in and up. So keep all of that. And then take left arm forward, right leg back. Good, Danica. So strong, straight, powerful line of energy. If you feel like the energy is disconnected, it's not flowing, how can you shift that? Is there anywhere you feel like your breath gets stuck? How can you shift that? Take one more big inhale, reach through your fingertips, press with your back foot like you're stomping it on the back wall. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow motion. Inhale, re-extend. So 3 total, move with your breath. Slow, intentional, like you're moving through molasses. Yes. Nice work, friends. After you have taken your 3, we've got our modified side plank. So left hand eventually will come down, pivot on your left knee, and open it up to the right side of the room. Bridget's expired. She's like, why did I come to this class? Press your hips forward, and then maybe take your right arm forward towards me, towards the front wall. Lengthen through your right side. You can float your right foot up, make it strong and powerful, same as you would do in your half moon. So you're basically in half moon, but you're on your hands and your knees. So many of the poses in yoga are the same. They're just flipped different ways. So start to create this muscle memory. Teach your body what it feels like. Stay here or bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold. So find your half bow. Once you've got your foot, start to work it even more. Kick foot into hand. Nice, Chris. Pull hand back into foot. Rather than kicking your foot up, kick your foot back and then rotate your heart to look up, to open up. One more huge round of breath. Yes, spread your toes as you hold your foot in your hand. End of your exhale, slowly come back to tabletop, hands and knees. Take your left leg out to the left this time. Toes face forward. Your foot, your heel should come straight up from your hip. And then right arm out to the right. All the way up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, thread it through. So reach, 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 then rest on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head very gently. If you don't want your left leg extended, bring your left knee to the ground. If there's a variation you want to take, go ahead and explore. Make sure your breath is right there with you. Very slow, very spacious, very intentional. All the way to empty with your exhale. Good job, last couple. Soft through your face, through your forehead, through your jaw. If you happen to have your left hand lifted, set your left hand back on the ground now. Next, inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it all the way up, 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 up. And then right hand down. Pick up your left foot, swing it over so it comes off the right side of your mat, tiptoes come down, pull your hips to the left, and then gaze back over your right shoulder. Look back at your left tiptoes, maybe bending one or both elbows. Maybe rounding your spine, arching your back. So feel into it and find your sweet spot. One more big breath. Back to tabletop, hands and knees. Back to downward facing dog. Walk it off. All right, you guys are almost there. So use your breath to power you through till the end of your practice. Slow, steady. Next, inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward, low lunge. Hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out to the width of your mat, nice and wide. Yep. You can even bring your left foot off your mat if that feels better. And then you choose, back knee stays lifted or back knee can come down at any time. Lower your upper body towards the ground. Left toes can pivot out to the left. You can roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Just make sure your ankle doesn't twist or sickle. Good, Christine. Hips can stay really lifted, or you can let them sink down a little more. Sometimes I like to rock my hips forward and down and then back and up a few times. So yours to explore. If it's uncomfortable, which it probably is, It is for most people. Just let it be uncomfortable. You can handle a little bit of discomfort for a few deep breaths. So rather than freaking out and thinking, I can't handle this, I gotta get out of this right now, can you just allow yourself to sit in sensation, to sit with discomfort, to soften around it rather than reacting to it? Just breathe. Last couple rounds, 2 or 3 more breaths. Open up, exhales if you want. So anywhere you feel like you're holding so much tension, heaviness, density, just those big open mouth sighs, a cleanse, a rinse, a letting go. Soften. Good job. Take one last round. Really good poses, everybody. End of your exhale, rise back up to your hands if you're not there already. Lift your back knee if it's on the ground. And then walk your left foot back to midline so you're framing it. Pyramid stance. Step your back foot forward just a little. All 10 toes face forward, feet on 2 railroad tracks. Halfway lift, hands to hips. And then unhinge at your hips and rise all the way up to stand. As you're standing here, just check in, make sure that your hips are absolutely straight across from one another. So not left hip in front of right, left hip even with right hip. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Reach your arms to the sky, lengthen, breathe in. And then as you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace one more time. Option to switch your fingers, one finger over, so it feels a little bit funky, a little unnatural. Roll your shoulders back and down. Reach your hands back, maybe add a little back bend. Heart lifts. Inhale. Lead with your heart. Pull your left hip back as you reach your heart forward. And then work into your fold. Forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee, navel towards your spine. If you feel like you're not able to get into the pose as deeply as you want to with your hands behind your back, at any point you can let the arms go. Just focus on the legs. So lift, lift, lift your left butt cheek up. It's like a rope is attached to your left butt cheek now and it's pulling straight up. Press back through the very top of your left thigh. Every exhale, navel to spine, dive deeper, fold further. Take about 2 or 3 more. If you want to let go of your arms, feel free. Work the length in the back of your front leg. So again, rather than tuning out, tune in. Get all the juice out of the pose. You're already here. So you might as well take advantage. Last round. Good job, my friends. End of your exhale, standing splits for just a moment. So walk your hands forward a little bit. Float your right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, top of your mat. So big toes touch, tuck and curl. Maybe wrap your arms around your shin. One more round. Halfway lift position, heels down, spine long. Stick your butt out, reach your crown forward. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Vinyasa your way. Meet back in downward facing dog. All right, this is your last downward facing dog. So just feel into it, give your breath to it, give your awareness to it. Notice, does it feel even just the slightest bit different than it did at the very beginning of our practice? Is there a little more space inside of you now, perhaps? Take one more huge breath. End of your exhale, set your knees down and come into a seat facing the front of the room. We're going to take a seated hip opener today. I'll give you a few options. First option is basically just like a supine pigeon, but seated. So if you'd rather take it on your back, you can. Otherwise, you're basically taking it up to a seat. So hands behind you, left foot out in front of you. This is where you stay. To take it deeper, your heel comes in closer to your butt. Your legs come in closer to your chest. You're not rounding. You're nice and open. Second option, bottom leg straight. Sitting up tall or working with a fold. Final option, double pigeon. So shins, the biggest thing I see that is not correct, that people always like to do, is this. So your foot's not inside your knee, your outer ankle's right on top of your knee. I'll mirror you guys, so right on top. And then your ankles are strong, so I don't want this weird thing happening with your ankles. Nice and strong, sit up tall, or fold forward. Yeah, good. Active through your toes. So what that does, it keeps all the little tendons and ligaments in place, so you're not pulling your tendons and ligaments around your ankle joint or around your knee joint. If you're in the variation where your bottom leg is bent, your left is on the ground, sometimes I like to rock my legs a little bit from side to side. If you're in a different variation and there's another way in which you would like to explore, feel free. Yeah, what does it feel like to twist a little bit? What does it feel like to walk your hands over to one side and then the other if you're folded forward? And you pull your butt back if you're in a forward fold. Take about 5 more breaths. If you want to, you can close your eyes. If you're in the variation that's pretty much just like supine pigeon and you want to take it on your back instead, that's totally fine with me. Soften your face. So notice, where do you tense up in your body without even realizing it? Where do you get tight? Where do you resist? And just by noticing, maybe you start to relax a little more. Breathe into those tight spaces, those hard edges. Last couple rounds. If you're in a forward fold, end of your next exhale, slowly begin to either roll up, or if you want, you can lead with your heart to rise. And then everyone lean back, take your legs out in front of you, so uncross them, give them a little shake out. In between sides, either reverse tabletop or reverse plank. So hands behind you, fingers faced in, spread them wide. So if your hands are like this, you're not using any hand muscles. If your hands are like this, all of a sudden, your hands have so much strength and it's not gonna hurt your wrists, it's not gonna hurt your elbows and your shoulders so much. So spread your fingers, press down, especially through thumbs and index, roll your shoulders back and down, feet on the ground with knees bent, hips width distance apart or legs extended, zip your legs together. This one will be more intense. So stay here, or as you're ready, press into your hands, press into your feet, lift your hips. Do not let your shoulders roll forward, keep them back and down. Do not let your thumb and index finger lift up, keep pressing them down. Lift your hips, squeeze in with your inner thighs, whether your legs are touching or not, hug in. Take one more big inhale. Good, exhale, let it go. Other side with your hip opener. So left on top. Most likely you'll take the same variation, but if this side feels very different and want something different, then pay attention to that, honor that. Remember, keep your ankles strong, toes active. You want to try a little bit of your own exploration, always that is welcome. Big, slow breaths. Notice what comes, notice what goes, and let it. So even thoughts, it's impossible to turn our thoughts off because we're humans. So just let your thoughts come and then let your thoughts go. Just learn to detach from them rather than spinning off and getting lost in them. So that voice in your head that talks to you all day long, it is not you. It is not who you are. You are underneath it. You are not so easily swayed. You are more stable. Your essence, it's unmoving, it's unchanging. Feel into that. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths on this side. Soft through your face, your neck, your shoulders. Good, everyone. If you are in a forward fold, end of your next exhale, slowly roll or lead with your heart to rise. Lean back and uncross your legs. Give them a nice little shake out. And then go ahead and just come all the way down onto your back. Once you're there, full body stretch. So arms long, legs long. Pull yourself apart. Imagine someone's pulling on your wrist, pulling on your ankles. Take one more big inhale, reach. See if you can press down through the backs of your ribs a little bit if they're lifting up a lot. Exhale, draw your knees towards your belly. Take a gentle rock. So side to side or little circles. Supine spinal twist over to the right. So you can either just let both knees fall to the right, left arm out to the left. If there's a variation you would like to take, please do. And just let your physical body settle with each breath. Let the ground hold more of you. And then in your next couple of rounds, just transition to the other side. Take a moment as you come through center to neutralize. Maybe a little rock, maybe a squeeze of your knees in, maybe another full body stretch. And then over to the left. So again, just letting your body settle with each breath more and more. Letting your energy kind of slow down a little. So just start to become more grounded, more rooted, more connected to the earth. So embodying that earth energy, letting it flow through you. And then I will just leave it up to you. So when you do feel pretty even with your twists on both sides, come back to center. Take any finishing poses, any final movements that will complete your own practice for you. So maybe a happy baby, maybe some sort of inversion, maybe one last big squeeze, big hug of your legs. And just start a transition as you're ready into your final Shavasana, your final resting pose. Absolutely no hurry. I have a reading for you. This is by, her name is Aubrey Renee, and this is one of my favorite readings. I haven't read it for a really long time. She says, as a child, I made many lists of who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do in this life. I can say with complete honesty that almost nothing my adolescent hand put down on paper manifested into my adult reality. And there are few things I am more grateful for than that fact. I turned 30 this year, and it has me reflecting on various seasons I have experienced. Do you think about this for yourself? Do you feel you have been the same for years, or have you lived 10 different lives? I personally see a 5-year cycle in my own life that closely resembles that which I have observed in nature. Create, destroy, create, destroy. I have been writing a meditation on the story of seeds and have found so much of myself within this story. Birth, growth, burying down into the darkness, dying, rebirth. I share this because often the medicine we need is simply to be reminded that change is natural and growth is essential for life. Both healing and thriving require both death and life. This is my long-winded way of saying, if you find yourself constantly shifting and aren't sure if that's okay, breathe, my friend. You are flowing with life as you are meant to, embodying the cycles of nature and calling yourself back to life time and time again. You are a seed. You are the very spark of life itself. Shavasana. If you find yourself constantly shifting and aren't sure if that's okay, breathe, my friend. You are flowing with life as you are meant to, embodying the cycles of nature and calling yourself back to life time and time again. You are a seed. You are the very spark of life itself. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Just bring small, gentle movement back into your physical body. As you're ready, ease your way to either side. Fetal position, give yourself a couple breaths there just to relax. Let the ground hold you a little tiny bit longer. And using the strength in your arms, ease your way up into seated meditation, right back where we began our practice. Sit up tall with your eyes closed. And everyone gather your hands to your heart center. Bow your head to your own heart and just acknowledge yourself for making the effort and taking the time to show up on your mat today, to do your practice, to connect with a deeper part of who you are. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. I think we have some new neighbors moving in. I don't know what kind of visage they have. I'm curious. I'm gonna ask them. Yeah.
Hope to see you guys on Saturday. With the love market. I have like really cheap. I have some really cheap stuff. It's little like $1 each. Something for everyone. I made a bunch of pins and magnets that I'm really excited about. Just like little pins and magnets. So they're only $1. A bunch of sea lights. You know, they're magic sea lights. And then I made some special ones, super special. For stoners, I made weed ones. Yeah, 420 inspired me. Coasters, some sage bundles, all sorts of fun gadgets. You kind of need to get like one of those little descriptions. Right? I'll tell soon, eh? Like buttons, stickers, and all this other thing. I forgot about my mama. Mom, love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you, Mom.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Forgot about you. Love you. Bye-bye.